Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in every person's life when you must make a choice. Either you continue to drift, waiting for life to hand you answers, or you take control, invest in yourself, and begin the journey toward clarity and strength. Too many people wait for opportunities to come knocking. But life doesn't hand us clarity, it requires us to seek it. Strength doesn't fall into our laps. It is built in the fires of struggle, discipline, and belief. When you choose to invest in yourself, you are declaring to the world and to your own spirit that you are worthy of more. That means reading the books others won't read, learning the skills others refuse to learn, and developing the mindset that others don't have the courage to develop. Success is not about luck. It's about preparation meeting opportunity, and preparation begins with you making the decision that you are your greatest asset. Clarity is powerful. Without it, you will find yourself wandering aimlessly, chasing after things that don't fulfill you, and wondering why life feels empty. But once you know who you are, once you know where you're going, you move with a different energy. You stop living in confusion and start living with purpose. You stop settling for less and start demanding more of yourself. Strength is not just about muscle or endurance. Real strength is when you're broken, when you're tired, when the world tells you to quit, but you find the courage to stand anyway. It's when the doors close, when the opportunities vanish, and you still find a way to push forward. Strength comes when you no longer depend on others to validate you, because you have validated yourself through your own growth and persistence. Let me tell you something, the biggest investment you will ever make is not in stocks, real estate, or business. It is in yourself. Because no matter how much money you lose, no matter how many times you fall, when you have built yourself, you can always rebuild your life, your mind, your skills, your character. These are assets no one can take away from you. Discipline and consistency are the price tags attached to clarity and strength. You cannot wish for growth and expect results. You must pay the price in daily effort, in sacrifice, in the decision to keep going even when it feels uncomfortable. Success does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who prepare and persist. So, I challenge you today, stop waiting, stop doubting, stop holding back. Make the choice to invest in yourself. Find clarity in your purpose and build strength in your struggles. Because when you invest in you, you become unstoppable. And the world will step aside for the person who knows where they're going, who knows their worth, and who has the strength to keep moving forward no matter what. Ladies and gentlemen, personal growth begins the very moment you decide to make yourself a priority. Most people go through life investing in everything except themselves. They'll put their money into clothes, into gadgets, into appearances, but the greatest return on investment is always the one you put back into you. You are the only asset you can't replace, and yet many people treat themselves like they're disposable. They say, one day I'll work on me, one day I'll start taking myself seriously. But one day never comes unless you choose it. The decision to invest in yourself is not a casual one, it is a declaration. You're saying, I am worth it. My dreams are worth it. My future is worth it. And when you make that choice, something inside of you begins to shift. You stop waiting for other people to give you permission to succeed, and you start granting that permission to yourself. Because if you don't build you, who will? If you don't take your life seriously, why should anyone else? Some people will hear this and think investing in yourself means buying fancy things or chasing status. But no, the true investment is in your knowledge, your growth, your skills, and your mindset. It's about building your inner world so strong that the outer world has no choice but to recognize it. Read the books others ignore. Take the classes others don't have the discipline to attend. Learn the skills others say are too hard. Work on your habits, your health, your faith, your focus. When you do this, you are compounding your value every single day. Think about it, $1 put in the right investment multiplies over time. So does your personal growth. Every page you read, every hour you study, every time you push past fear and try something new, you are stacking up dividends in your character. And when challenges come, when setbacks show up, you'll cash in on that investment. You'll find strength where others collapse, clarity where others get lost, and resilience where others give up. The reason so many people struggle is not because they lack potential. It's because they've neglected themselves. They've starved their own growth while feeding distractions. They've ignored the voice inside telling them, you were made for more, and instead settled for survival. But survival is not living. You are not here to just get by. You are here to become, and becoming requires investment. Now let's talk about clarity, because investing in yourself without clarity is like fueling a car with no destination. You'll have energy but no direction. Clarity is what transforms energy into progress. Without it, you waste years running in circles, chasing opportunities that don't align with who you are, saying yes to things that drain you instead of grow you. How many people do you know who are busy every day but not productive? They are exhausted yet unfulfilled. They are moving, but they're not going anywhere. That is what life looks like without clarity. Clarity begins with asking yourself hard questions. Who am I? What do I value? What do I want my life to stand for? Where am I going? And what will I no longer tolerate? When you take time to reflect and answer honestly, you stop living someone else's script and start writing your own. You no longer let the world dictate your moves because you have your own compass. Once you gain clarity, every decision becomes easier. You stop saying yes to everything because you know what you're here for. You stop wasting time in places and with people who don't align with your destiny. Clarity allows you to direct your energy, and when your energy is directed, your results multiply. It is the difference between light and a laser. Light is scattered, but a laser is concentrated, and with that focus, it cuts through steel. That's the power of clarity. When you know where you're going, you walk differently. You talk differently. You carry yourself with conviction because you're not guessing, you're guided. And people notice, opportunities start to align, doors start opening. Not because life suddenly gets easier, but because you are no longer distracted. You are moving with purpose. Let me be real with you. Clarity does not mean the path will always be clear. It means your vision will remain clear even when the path gets foggy. Storms will come, challenges will test you. But clarity is the anchor that keeps you from drifting. It gives you resilience because you're not moving blindly. You know your why, and your why pulls you forward when everything else tries to push you back. So invest in yourself and gain clarity. These two are inseparable. When you grow yourself, you begin to see who you are and what you're capable of. And when you have clarity, you know exactly where to direct that growth. Together, they create a force that no obstacle can stop. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest tragedy is not death. It's living a life without ever knowing who you could have become. Don't let that be your story. Strength is not forged in the moments of comfort. It is not built in the times when everything is going your way, when the skies are clear and the road is smooth. Real strength shows up in the moments when you are on your knees, when life has hit you so hard that you don't know how you'll get back up. Strength comes when you are faced with struggles that demand you to grow beyond what you thought you were capable of. It is in those times that life whispers, let's see what you're made of. Some people spend their entire lives trying to avoid difficulties. They want a life free of problems, free of pressure, free of pain. But the truth is, avoiding struggles, avoiding growth. If you run from challenges, you are running from your own potential. It's the weight you lift that makes you stronger, not the one you never touch. Just as muscles are torn before they rebuild bigger and stronger, your character, your faith, your vision, all of it is developed when life stretches you beyond your comfort zone. Think back to the most powerful lessons you've learned in your life. They didn't come during the easy times. They came in the storms. They came when you were rejected, when you failed, when doors slammed in your face, when you were betrayed, when you were forced to start over. You discovered you had more in you than you ever realized. You discovered that you could rise when everything around you said you should fall. That's strength. You don't know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. It's when the bills are due and the money isn't there, when the doctor gives you bad news, when your dream seems impossible. That's when you find out what you're really made of. Struggle introduces you to yourself. It strips away the excuses, it strips away the masks, and it forces you to meet the real you, the resilient, determined, unstoppable you. And let me tell you something, life will test you. It will put pressure on you, but that pressure is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to develop you. Diamonds are created under pressure. Champions are forged under resistance. And you are no different. Don't curse the struggle, embrace it. Don't ask, why me? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this? Because once you rise above the struggles, you become stronger than the struggles. Now, let's talk about self-belief, because without it, strength has no foundation. You can endure challenges, but if you don't believe in yourself, you'll never see the point of pushing forward. Self-belief is the foundation of every great achievement. It is the fuel that drives you when the tank is empty, the voice that tells you to keep going when the world says stop. So many people let doubt become their companion. They let fear dictate their moves. They let the opinions of others write their story. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't stand firm in your own worth, you will be swayed by every wind that blows. You'll shrink every time someone tells you, you're not good enough. You don't have what it takes. Let me tell you, it's not what they say about you that matters. It's what you say to yourself when they finish talking. Belief in yourself is not arrogance. It's confidence rooted in truth. It's the recognition that you were created with purpose, that you have gifts, talents, and abilities waiting to be developed. It's looking in the mirror and declaring, I am enough. I may not be where I want to be, but I am on my way. And I refuse to quit until I see the vision in my heart become a reality. Every great achievement in history started with belief. The Wright brothers believed they could fly when the world said it was impossible. Thomas Edison believed he could create light when everyone else laughed at his failures. They didn't let doubt stop them because their belief was stronger than their fear. And that's what you need to cultivate, a belief that is unshakable, unmovable, unstoppable. There will be moments when no one else believes in you. There will be times when even those closest to you won't see what you see. And that's okay, because it's not their job to believe, it's yours. Their doubt cannot destroy you unless you adopt it as your own. But your belief, even if you're the only one holding it, has the power to change everything. So when life tests you with struggles, rise above them. And when doubt comes knocking, answer it with faith in yourself. Strength and self-belief go hand in hand. One teaches you what you're capable of, and the other gives you the courage to pursue it. Together, they make you unstoppable. Discipline and consistency are the invisible forces that shape every dream into reality. They are not flashy. They don't draw applause. Nobody celebrates the early mornings when you rise before the world wakes up. Nobody claps for the late nights when you push yourself past exhaustion to finish what you started. But those quiet, unseen moments of discipline are what separate the dreamers from the doers. We live in a world addicted to instant gratification. People want results now, but they don't want the process. They want success without sacrifice, achievement without effort, the prize without the price. But the truth is, life does not reward wishes, it rewards discipline. If you want to become the person you're capable of becoming, you must train yourself to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is the cousin of discipline. It's not enough to do the right thing once, or twice, or whenever it's convenient. Real growth comes when you commit to showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. You can't go to the gym once and expect to be fit. You can't read one book and expect to be wise. You can't work hard for a week and expect to build an empire. Success is not an event, it's a habit. And habits are formed in the daily grind, in the repetition of small acts of discipline done consistently over time. Discipline says, I will do it. Consistency says, I will keep doing it. They create momentum, and momentum is what carries you through the seasons when motivation fades. Because motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. But discipline and consistency are choices. They are muscles, and the more you exercise them, the stronger they get. Some of you are waiting for the perfect conditions to start. You tell yourself, I'll begin when I feel ready. I'll commit when I have more time. I'll change when life slows down. Let me tell you, if you wait for the perfect time, you'll be waiting forever. Discipline doesn't wait for feelings. It creates results in spite of them. The secret is not to be motivated all the time. The secret is to keep showing up, no matter how you feel. Now let's move to the sixth key. Your future is written by the choices you make today. This truth is powerful. Yet many people live as if tomorrow will magically bring them the life they want. They say, one day I'll save money. One day I'll start that business. One day I'll get serious about my health. But one day never comes. Only today is real. Every decision you make today is a seed planted for tomorrow. And what you plant is what you will harvest. Your future is not built in the distant horizon. It is built in the ordinary choices you make right now. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you are writing a line in the story of your success. Each time you choose consistency over laziness, you are shaping your destiny. Each time you choose growth over excuses, you are building a future stronger than your past. Think of it like this: your life is a book, And every day is a page. What are you writing today? Are you writing a story of excuses, of procrastination, of wasted time? Or are you writing a story of persistence, courage, and growth? Because when the book of your life is complete, you won't be able to go back and rewrite the chapters. All you will have is the story you wrote with your choices. The problem is, many people think small choices don't matter. They think skipping one workout won't hurt. Spending one more dollar irresponsibly won't matter. Wasting one more hour on distractions won't cost them. But the truth is, success and failure are both the result of small choices compounded over time. Every choice either takes you closer to your destiny or further away. So I ask you, what choices are you making today? Are they in alignment with the person you want to become? Are they worthy of the future you say you desire? Because talk is cheap, and intentions mean nothing without action. Your future self is waiting for you to make the tough choices now, so they can live the life you dream about. Discipline and consistency make sure you keep walking when the road gets long. And the choices you make today determine whether that road leads to greatness or regret. Don't leave your future in the hands of chance. Take control today. Plant the seeds today. Make the sacrifices today. Because tomorrow will only give back what you've invested right now. Ladies and gentlemen, greatness is not built in one grand decision. It is built in thousands of small, disciplined, consistent choices that shape your destiny. So decide today, because today is the only day that truly belongs to you. Ladies and gentlemen, when it's all said and done, everything we've talked about comes down to one undeniable truth: your life is the greatest project you will ever work on, and you are the architect. If you want clarity, invest in yourself. If you want strength, embrace the struggles. If you want to reach your full potential, believe in yourself, practice discipline, and make consistent choices that honor your future. This journey is not easy. It demands sacrifice. It demands persistence. It demands that you rise every time you fall. But let me remind you, you have greatness within you. You have the ability to create a life that inspires you and those around you. Don't wait for someone else to hand you permission. Give it to yourself. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Create them. Don't wait for tomorrow. Act today. Because one day, you will look back and realize that every step, every choice, every sacrifice shaped the person you became. And when that moment comes, you'll be able to say with conviction, I lived fully, I gave my best, and I became all that I was meant to be. So, take this message, hold it close, and walk out of here with fire in your heart. Invest in yourself. Find clarity. Build strength. Believe without doubt. Be disciplined. Make powerful choices. And no matter what comes your way, never forget you are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you've ever imagined. Your best days are not behind you. They are waiting ahead of you. Now go claim them.